5 Big Lies in History. Hello everyone, and welcome to Big Book. Today, we bring you a fascinating video where we are going to uncover 5 great historical lies that will surely surprise you. Join us on this journey to unravel hidden truths and myths that have endured over time. Did you know that many things you were taught in school are not true? It's amazing how certain misconceptions have been perpetuated for centuries. Let's reveal some of the most shocking ones.
If you think that knowledge and education are fundamental, join us and subscribe to our channel today and be a part of the exciting adventure of learning.
Are you ready? Let's get started. 1. Discovery of America. What if I told you that many things you were taught about the discovery of America are wrong? Christopher Columbus was not the first to arrive in America from Europe. There is irrefutable evidence that the Vikings arrived centuries earlier, such as the settlements found in Newfoundland, which show their presence in America around the year 1000. It is also important to note that Columbus thought he had reached Asia, not a new continent. His diaries reflect confusion about where he had actually landed. Another interesting fact is that Columbus made an agreement with the Catholic monarchs. In exchange for riches and titles, he promised to bring gold and convert the natives to Christianity. But the journey was not easy. He faced mutinies, storms, and a lack of provisions. And here is the most surprising fact. Columbus never knew he had discovered a new world. 2. Medieval knights were honorable and fair. When we think of medieval knights, it is common to imagine noble figures, defenders of justice, and protectors of the weak. However, this romantic vision is more inspired by chivalric novels than by historical reality. It is true that many knights swore to follow codes of honor, such as respect for the innocent, loyalty to the king, and defense of the church. But in practice, these ideals were often not fulfilled. Medieval knights were highly trained soldiers whose main occupation was war. Their actions were influenced more by politics, economics, and survival needs than by romantic ideals. During wars, many knights were responsible for looting towns and villages to fund their campaigns. This included stealing, burning property, and in many cases, committing acts of violence against civilians. However, the chivalric code, although not always respected, had a significant cultural impact. And there were indeed some knights who truly attempted to live up to the ideals of chivalry, leaving a legacy of nobility and virtue. In short, while the romantic idea of the just knight may inspire us, we must remember that historical reality was much more complex and less brilliant. 3. Cavemen lived with dinosaurs. Since we were children, many movies, cartoons, and adventure books have told us stories where cavemen face or hunt dinosaurs. It's a fascinating and exciting image, but this idea is absolutely wrong and contradicts millions of years of geological and evolutionary history. The dinosaurs disappeared 66 million years ago at the end of the Cretaceous due to a catastrophic event. The impact of an asteroid combined with intense volcanic activity and other climatic factors. On the other hand, the first ancestors of humans, Homo habilis, emerged approximately 2.5 million years ago, during the Quaternary period, long after the extinction of the dinosaurs. This period was crucial for human evolution, as it allowed the development of skills such as the use of stone tools, a characteristic that represents a key step on the path to modern humans. That is to say, between the extinction of the dinosaurs and the appearance of the first hominids, there is an immense gap of more than 60 million years. In addition, many people confuse the age of the dinosaurs with the age of the great prehistoric mammals, when animals such as mammoths and saber-toothed tigers lived. But this is of course also wrong. Large mammals did indeed coexist with early humans, but they were much later than the dinosaurs, which had already been extinct for millions of years. 4. Vikings wore horned helmets. When we think of Vikings, the first thing we imagine are fierce warriors with their large horned helmets raiding villages. However, this image, so deeply rooted in our culture, is completely false and has a surprising origin. The idea of horned helmets has no historical basis. This detail emerged in the 19th century during opera theatre productions, especially in works such as those of Richard Wagner, which sought to dramatize and make Vikings more intimidating to the public. In reality, no archaeological finds have proven that Vikings used horned helmets. The Vikings wore simple, functional helmets made of iron or leather. While their image as fierce raiders has prevailed in popular culture, the idea of Vikings as raiders only is an oversimplification that does not do justice to their historical complexity. In fact, it is more accurate to associate the Vikings as excellent navigators, great explorers, and skilled traders. 5. The Industrial Revolution was completely positive. The Industrial Revolution ushered in a new era. With technological advances such as the steam engine and the power loom, mass production and trade flourished. However, although this chapter in history marked undeniable progress, it is a mistake to see it only as something positive. The other side of the Industrial Revolution is full of exploitation, inequality, and profound environmental consequences that we still face today. Labor exploitation during the Industrial Revolution reached alarming levels, with men, women, and even children forced to endure grueling workdays of up to 16 hours in factories that lacked even the minimum safety and hygiene conditions. The Industrial Revolution also brought with it uncontrolled urbanization. Cities grew rapidly, but without planning. Poor families lived in crowded and dirty neighborhoods with limited access to clean water and basic sanitation. Diseases such as cholera and tuberculosis spread easily. The environmental impact of the Industrial Revolution also laid the groundwork for an ecological crisis that persists to this day. The massive burning of coal as the main source of energy released huge quantities of polluting gases into the atmosphere, while industrial waste was dumped indiscriminately into rivers and lakes, polluting vital water sources. This period marked the beginning of an era of excessive exploitation of natural resources, the consequences of which are reflected in today's climatic and environmental challenges. The Industrial Revolution opened the doors to progress and technological development, but it also exposed deep inequalities and the dangers of uncontrolled industrialization. Ultimately, it was a great step in human history, but it also taught us difficult lessons about the cost of progress without regulation or ethical consideration.
Thanks for watching our video. Stay tuned for more exciting and educational content. Get ready to immerse yourself in the learning universe we are creating for you. Subscribe to our channel today and discover everything you can learn on Big Book.